So tonight's video has been a long time in the making. I've been putting off editing this video for about the last 2, maybe 3 months now, and finally I can explain just what happened on this night at the Wild Boar Hotel. We were there quite late on in the night, and the reason that I went back there after my last video was because I just was not happy with that video. The audio came out terrible, and I just know that I can do a lot better than the quality of that video. So I'm going to explain just what happened, what ended this particular night at the Wild Boar, but before I get into that, here's the paranormal investigation.
Is it again? Like,
just gone to the red.
Yeah, it keeps going.
Is the camera showing?
If you did see that last video here, this kitchen in particular, we had a lot of activity. Just me and Sylwia.
Going off, yeah.
Is what, sorry?
Kato, what's going off?
That one or the other one?
This one.
Was it, yeah? 'Cause it keeps flicking now and then, yeah. So, yeah, we were in this room, just me and Sylwia alone. And if you saw it, she was standing there. And we had a lot of scuffling going on over there. I did check with the lights on, and there's no rats, there was nothing there. It sounded like someone was walking over something, and also above us here there was the sound of footsteps, like so distinct, like it's not very often you hear them that clear, but there was definitely something there. So yeah, hopefully we can get the same sort of activity. So if there's anybody in here, last time we came you were asking me to go into that doorway over there, which is the freezer or the cold storage, whatever you want to call it. You were asking me to go there. A couple of times you told me to step forward into that room. Is that person?
Crash.
Is that person still here? The person that was walking round over in that far end of the room in front of me? And of course there was somebody walking above us. Okay, 2 again. We brought these little balls with us. You can play with them. They're dotted around. I think there's one just in front of me on the floor. We have one in the doorway to the kitchen, and this little device in front of me in this doorway, if you go near it, it will actually make a noise. You've got to go near it, you've got to set it off. So if you come down to it and touch that little aerial, it will go off. So if there's somebody here that will communicate with us, we'd be really grateful for that. If there's a James in here with us, yeah, touch one of the balls please, James. If that is James, whoever's here, touch that ball on the table. Well, it's not a table, is it? It's a cooker, I think. Just go and touch that ball. It's in front of you. There's a few around, touch any of them. They're not going to hurt you. Be really grateful if you did.
Was it just a knock in that corner?
It was like a ding, like metal.
If I is blood.
Was it? Yeah, I just heard it in that end of the room. I didn't know where it come from.
Towards
Is that you we can hear making that noise? Yeah, K2. So, can you do it again, please? Sounded like you were tapping on metal. You do it again for me. You're loving the K2 right now, aren't you? I'm glad you're touching that. I'm really grateful for that. They'll on the light up.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, bang.
Bang above us.
That was above you.
And that's weird because here we had the footsteps.
That was above us, yeah. Directly above me where I'm standing now.
Yeah.
There's somebody upstairs. Because aren't we right in saying that above us here is that oldest part of the building? Where
So.
that first spire is?
Might be.
Because it goes outdoors, doesn't it? And then it goes indoors again, and it's the really old part of the building.
Yeah.
I just heard a bang above us. Somebody up there. Is that a yes then, I'm guessing? Is that Richard?
Is Richard above us?
Does Richard want to come down? Make some communication? There's just been a really loud bang above us. I'm hoping that we did pick that up. See, the reason last time I wasn't too happy with the video is because we were in this very room, and I said earlier on in the video, but we were in this very room and I was stood right here. Sylvia was across from me and there was footsteps above me. We were with a couple of guys and I had to text them to ask them if they've gone back upstairs because I was more than sure somebody was in the building, but I wasn't scared thinking someone's here, but I was thinking that they'd gone back upstairs. I was more than sure they were upstairs above me. The footsteps were that clear. Hopefully that picked up on the camera.
Did you hear that?
What? Like a creaking?
No, like a knock.
I was going to say there was a creaking, that was my foot.
But it was like a knock, but from that direction.
No, I didn't hear that.
Really loud knock.
Okay, I'm going to knock on the wall. James, Richard, Frank, or anybody else that's there. I'm going to knock on something, okay? And I'd like you to copy me.
Okay, Tom's gone. Go ahead.
Denise. That's going again.
Yeah.
K2 through there was going off.
Yeah, didn't you hear?
Didn't you hear it now? Somebody just through there. Will come into the room with us. We welcome you into the room. You willing to come and talk to us? Brought all these devices with us, and it'd be really nice if you'd come and touch them.
Tired.
What's that say?
Tired.
Tired. You must get sick of people coming now, I'm guessing. A lot of people are coming here. Daytime, nighttime, but unfortunately a lot of people have come and they've just wanted to vandalise. We aren't here to vandalise, we've been many times now. We were one of the first people to come and explore this place when it closed down. And we love this building, it's a really nice building. And you love this building as well. We just want to talk to you about the building, we just want to find out who you are and what you did here, whether you lived here, what year you lived here. And we can only do that if you come in and speak with us. Well, first of all, we need to know that you're there. Make another banging sound. Touch one of us. Are you sad about the devastation?
Can you hear that ticking?
Can you? Where is that?
I don't know, but it
Sounds like it's in me. There's nothing here. It felt like I got a watch on and I got it by me. I could hear it dead loud.
It sounded like
Could you hear that?
watch ticking.
Did you? Yeah. It felt like a ticking one. I thought it was me. I was thinking, what's that in my pocket? There's nothing in my pocket. That was dead strange. If you don't want us here, then you need to let us know that we're not wanted. Just give us a good sign. We don't know. We don't know nothing about you. We don't know who you are. You keep touching this. Words keep coming through on here, but are they your words? I had some names. Have I read out any of your names? With all the names I've been saying, are any of them people here?
Oh, Jesus Christ, mate!
What are you doing, mate?
You scared the life out of me.
Just can you hear all banging?
Yeah, it's probably helped.
What are you doing?
Walking around.
Sounds like you're just chucking stuff around.
You know. Jesus Christ. Anybody else here?
Yeah, there's two people down there. Okay, look, so I should see loads of banging. Don't start doing that round here now.
So all in all, we were at the Wild Boar for around about 2 hours, and that was condensed down to, I think it's about, what, 20 minutes of footage. So basically what happened, whilst we were in there, these people turned up and they were throwing things around and they were just running around the building, smashing more windows, and I could hear things being thrown, and I think they were hitting the walls with something, I'm not entirely sure. Where you see them run away, well, I started thinking that someone had fallen from the top floor, because if you do happen to watch that second video I did there, the one before this one, there is actually a wall that's completely missing now, and in my first video it never was like that. So I'm thinking that someone's fallen and they're outside the building, maybe broken bones. So I'm trying to work out where they've actually gone. I'm thinking they've gone outside, but then I realised that they're actually back upstairs, but they went up a different way. That became more apparent to me when I saw the guy's legs at the top of the stairs. I was stood at the bottom and he started to run down, as you saw in the video. I turned on my light just so that he knew I was there. I didn't want to make somebody jump, because I don't know who these people are. They could be carrying weapons or anything. He didn't seem too happy the fact that I was there and that it made him jump. So we left them to it. They went down to the far end of the building. It's the newer part of the hotel, and we went in the grand hall on the downstairs. But they were going all across the upstairs and things were getting smashed, and it was getting on my nerves a little bit. I went back up to investigate where they were, and I was thinking I'm going to have to say something. I think I included that in the video. It's where I go upstairs on my own. After I returned to that grand hall, eventually they came back and went through the building and through the room where we were all sat. And because we'd gone quiet, we were doing an investigation and we'd sat there quiet, obviously got no lights on. They'd come through and he made a few comments as he went through. He insulted me as well, which I didn't really like. He made a few nasty comments towards me. So I went out into the car park where they were and basically just confronted them, asked them to, repeat what he said. A big argument escalated. The thing is, this guy's holding a big wooden stick, I think it was like a table leg or something, and he's like swinging that around, pointing it at me. And I'm thinking, of course, I don't want it to get out of hand, but sometimes when someone pushes you too far over the edge, you don't back down. Now, I never park right outside the buildings when they're on the main road like that, because if anyone drives past, like the security or the police or anything like this, and they see a car there, it's obvious where you are. You're not really doing yourself any favours. At the Wild Boar Hotel, I always park in the lay-by, which is further down the road. There's always lorries parked there, and you might see the odd car now and then. Because there's no other cars around, they sort of guessed that was my car, and then started mentioning that they're going to go down to my car kind of thing. They drove down the road into the lay-by, stopped at the side of my car, and then the guy jumped out and started just kicking it from all angles, kicking from the back to the front, just kicking it, and I thought, I'm going to have smashed windows, there's going to be dents on every panel. So as I shouted, the guy must have thought I was a lot closer than what I actually was, because I had no lights on. And he still continued to do what he was doing, but he got back in the car and they drove off. Now, I started to run as fast as I could down the road to try and to get to them, maybe get the registration. If I've got the registration number, I've got the person that did it. I was in a panic state. I ran and I fell from a bit of a height into the road, and I fell onto both knees. Both my knees got smashed up, but I still got up and sort of ran down to the car still. I was limping, running, and at this point they'd gone, but I just wanted to get to the car to see what damage they'd done. And I got down to my car and there was just feet mark all over it. The wing mirror was hanging, but because the wing mirror is attached to the door and not the post, it's bent. And because when you lock the car, the wing mirrors, they fold up like that. So as he's kicked it back the opposite way. It's then ripped into the door, shredded the door. That was the real damage that had happened. I don't know how I managed to drive home okay, because my knee was like double the size. It was so badly swollen. I couldn't even walk, I couldn't stand on it. I don't even care about what happened anymore. It's in the past, and it's just a distant memory. I don't feel the same anymore. The only issue I've really got now is the fact that I am in a lot of pain a lot of the time. Yeah, there's going to be one more video of the Wild Boar, and it was kind of like my final video. I went back at night completely on my own. Now, that video didn't come without its problems. about 45 minutes into filming, I realised that my camera had actually froze. I was using the GoPro and it recorded nothing for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So all that footage I lost. Editing the video, completely fine. I was really happy with the video. It was actually not the first time I'd done a walk around. I went with a friend of mine and that file also got corrupted. I'm starting to think that it's something to do with the Wild Boar itself. Something in that building does not want me to film there. I ended up trying to edit and upload that same video 7 times to get it perfect. So I gave up in the end, bite the bullet as you say, and I left the original upload there. It's going to be out after this one, so stay tuned for that one guys. But for now, I'm going to end this one. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new. Go check out my second channel, the Explore Beyond Vlogs. There will be a link to it somewhere on this channel. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, there will be links down to all of them in the description below. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me on Instagram, maybe go follow me on Twitter. Thank you for watching this video guys, and I will see you again same time next week.